Well, it is never easy to say goodbye, and that would explain all of the long faces around A News here today. We are saying so long to our political reporter, Shachi Kurl, who leaves us as of today to embark on the next chapter in her career. Of course, we're not alone. Joining us in wishing her well are her colleagues at the BC Legislature. She made her presence well known in the press gallery there and in the province's corridors of power, where more than a few politicians found themselves in her crosshairs. But they too are wishing Shachi a fond farewell. A News reporter Andrew Johnson joins us now with a look back. Andrew.
Hudson, I've spent the past couple of days combing through the Shachi Kurl archives, and there have been some memorable moments, big stories. She's been first to get out to the public, and as you mentioned, some pretty powerful people being called out to the carpet by one feisty reporter. But what stands out most of all in speaking to people about Shachi is the respect and the friendships she's earned inside the halls of the legislature. We interrupt this broadcast of Question Period for a farewell to A News Legislature reporter Shachi Kurl.
Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the gallery today is one of the very esteemed members of the press gallery, Shachi Kurl.
Where?
Shachi's right up there in the gallery. And I say this with great regret, Mr. Speaker. Shachi is going to be moving on to other enterprises.
No. With the passing of Shachi, we all feel a little bit of sadness. I personally, she taught me what has become known as the Horgan Hop in my stance before the camera. Everything I know about media presentation, I learned from Shachi Kurl. And I want to...
You may be wondering if they are saluting the same Shachi Kurl you remember, the one who, for the past 4 years, wasn't afraid to chase elected officials down tight legislature corridors, looking for answers they did not want to give.
Minister, can you stop and talk to us, sir? We have a couple of questions for you around the issue of the couch. Ouch!
The Shachi Kurl who wasn't afraid to be a brat, as she calls it, like the time she called out then Finance Minister Colin Hanson for flip-flopping on his position on the deficit.
Mister, what kind of footwear are you going to have on tomorrow?
Exactly the shoes I'm wearing now.
No flip-flops.
These are actually the oldest shoes I own.
He maintained his face, but the look on the face of the reporter behind him was so priceless. You're never shying away from grilling someone if you have to, but you kind of develop a fondness for anyone who's willing to get up at 6 in the morning, go to a long meeting, come out of that, walk into a scrum, get kicked in the nuts for a policy that nobody likes day after day after day after day.
She considers herself lucky to have occupied a front row seat for what Kurl calls the most bizarre 18 months of provincial politics we've seen in a generation.
I never thought that Campbell would go out the way he did. I never thought Carol James's ouster would happen the way it happened. Those will be the moments I remember, and here we go. Those will be the moments I miss.
She spent 4 years inside the press gallery, but also made many waves outside of it.
Doesn't look happy there, does he?
No, he really doesn't.
Like breaking the story of a 76-year-old man forced to live for 5 months in a cramped Royal Jubilee Hospital hallway, or her work on the complicated Jordan River lands development issue, breaking it down to educate and inform.
Far from untouched, some of the land included in Western Forest Products' development application is downright industrial. This is where the company sorts its dry logs, but not for much longer. The question is what to do with it next.
She brought to light issues that were unknown. That's what reporters do. That's what Shachi did.
Good job. Nice and smooth. She was never afraid to take a leap.
I couldn't keep my feet on the wall.
I saw that. You seemed to be kind of taken off from the wall.
Yeah, it wasn't so, you know, I haven't got your super thighs.
Or add some color to the broadcast.
To me, Diwali is a time of family and celebration, community, spirituality, dressing up, and really good food.
Shachi will be the first to tell you, and you already know this, reporters aren't perfect. We make mistakes just like everybody else, but in public.
I am probably my own worst critic and a perfectionist, but not in a good way, like to a fault. And there were often times where I felt like it could have been a bit better.
Maybe so, but ask the people she spent the most time covering when the stakes were highest. And you'll find out Shachi Kurl's dedication and tenacity turned a lot of heads.
You know, lots of times people look at the legislature, they look at politics, they look at our media, think it's, you know, nothing but just serious. You develop friendships with people over the years, and certainly that has occurred here.
She's been absolutely wonderful to me, always thoughtful, balanced reporting, and she's going to be greatly missed. I know as she moves on to a career in modeling that that's probably a new and important step in her life.
This place will literally not function. Who else is going to tell, you know, the rest of the media what's going on?
Down to her last scrum, Shachi Kurl's 12 years spent as a reporter are coming to a close, but she leaves this sometimes crazy existence with her head held high.
We're going to miss you, and thank you very much, Shachi. With this side of the House, join with that side of the House to give one round of applause to Ms. Kurl.
Shachi, we're going to miss you, and so we will end this goodbye with your final goodbye this morning to the place you spent so many hours and will always look back on with a smile. Good luck.
And she hasn't gone quite yet. She's here right now, and we'll give you the last word, Shachi, as you wrap things up for us tonight.
Hudson, I just want to say thank you. Great leader, great boss in this newsroom. Thank you to all my fabulous colleagues here at A, the reporters, the producers, the writers, the editors, the crew, the audio guys. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Everyone who's in this building who works so hard and with so much care and energy to put the product that we put to air every night. I am fiercely proud of what we've done here over 6 years, and everyone has every reason to be.
Well,
to the viewers, just thank you for watching, and in spite of what everybody said, A will go on. I look forward to watching, and the legislature will go on, and forget what the doomsday sayers say.
well, maybe that's what this doomsday thing is all about.
No.
Well, Shachi, we are going to miss you like crazy. Your command of the language, your political expertise and your intuition, your command of your writing, and your tenacity and that look of fear that comes across politicians' faces in the corridors when they see you coming. We will miss that, but we are thankful to have had you part of our team for as long as we did, and we wish you very, very well. So take care and God bless.
Thank you, Hudson.